You're going to let me talk, aren't you?
Yeah, so
Okay.
well, that's it.
Do you want me to repeat back the question, like try and work your question into my answer? Is that way?
But don't feel the need to, because we can put the text and stuff.
Oh, okay, great.
What I will say is just like, so when she speaks, just give a second, and give a second.
Sounds good. Yeah.
And likewise to you, don't cut in, don't speak over him.
I won't.
Give it a second. It's hard. I know it's hard to do. You want to be like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you give us a clap, Gavin.
A clap?
Yep. Louder.
Oh, like that? Okay.
And then, we're good to go. So you sort away.
Can you tell us who you are, your role, and a bit about your organisation?
So I'm Gavin McKenna. I'm Head of Marketing, Digital and Communications at Visit Belfast. So Visit Belfast is a destination management and marketing organisation, and we predominantly focus on Belfast, city centre and greater region. And it is all about bringing tourists in from the ROI GB markets and showcasing Belfast in a positive tourist way.
Okay. Before using Hurry, what challenges were you facing around data, reporting and insights?
I think before we partnered with Hurry, our data was very skewed and it was all over the place. So the digital team predominantly has the biggest amount of data to deal with in terms of KPIs, and it was coming from multiple sources. So GA4, it was coming from Business Suite, and it was all being stored in an Excel sheet. It was very hard to analyze. It was very hard to spot trends and spot where the issues were. So it was about trying to pull all our sources of truth into one visualization so that we could make decisions quickly. And it has been a game changer for us.
And then how were those challenges affecting your day-to-day work or decision making?
So predominantly in paid social and organic social, it was very hard for us to spot what the success videos were unless we were in the platform all the time, which was very time consuming for the girls. We needed to be able to make decisions quicker. So that really slowed us down. Also on web, we weren't able to really see what the trends were, where people were visiting, how long they were staying for, what partner visits they were going to, how the outbound clicks were and what the efficiency was in that rate. So that was really hard to spot. And we weren't able to build content and optimize content around the trends that we were seeing because we were just so reliant on monthly reports. So with Hurry, we are now able to get like day on day snapshots. The team go in, look at it, see if there's anything that needs improved, and then we look at how we can build that out. And then we have our monthly reports where we all sit down and review it. It's really, really, my favorite tool is am I jumping ahead? The favorite tool is the AI analyzer because it gives the team a bit more confidence to have a bit of pushback and see if their ideas and how they interpret the data is correct. This is my 7th one of these. Yeah.
So what made you start looking for a solution like Hurry and what were you looking for?
So coming from a paid media background, I was very used to using data visualization tools, and they're either extremely expensive or they're extremely cheap and they don't do what you need to do. And it was very, very hard to find a really strong partner that could grow with you and adapt with you. And I think when we discovered Hurry, and it was all by chance, firstly, it was great that it was a Northern Irish company, because we're all very pro Northern Irish in Northern Ireland in Visit Belfast, but it was a great tool. I particularly love how the tool can adapt and grow, particularly with the clients. So for example, we are partnered with a new email partner that wasn't on the connectors, and the team were able to build that really quickly for us to get that in, so the day-to-day wasn't affected. I think the data visualization is very easy to use. It's not overcomplicated. The thing with data visualization I have found with the likes of Adobe and Datarama is that there is some level of code needed, or you need to understand what you're particularly looking for. I feel that Hurry is very intuitive and it mimics what the platforms are like, so you can build it in and you don't have to make mass changes. And the visualizations are fantastic and easy to export.
How was your experience onboarding and getting up and running with Hurry?
It was great. The team were really friendly. It was really proactive. I think it was great to have the training and talk around how to build the dashboards, but I think the support that we had building out our dashboards were great because obviously there's so many moving parts to our dashboards that it can be quite complex, and particularly when we're looking at the likes of paid social and organic social and everything's changing. So the team building out the dashboards were great for us, and then talking us through how to build them out so that we could work ourselves in-house to do it. I also find like the support has been amazing afterwards. So if anything needs looked at or addressed, the team are there at hand and really, really great to help.
So how do you use Hurry today, and which features or dashboards bring you most value?
So our main dashboard would be our GA dashboard, because we have just launched our social first website. So there's a lot of eyes on the website to see how well it's performing. And in that, we're able to spot dead pages. We're able to understand the dwell time, and we're able to understand where the user journey is going and how they're behaving. And that's great, because that's really good insight that we can give our our partners, and showcase that the website is a key part of their investment. I mentioned earlier, but the AI tool is fantastic. So we're very big into AI in Visit Belfast. We're at the very start of our AI journey. So we've working with a couple of partners on how to build out an AI roadmap. And one of them is to use ethical AI in reporting. And I am very against using AI and putting data into like the likes of ChatGPT. So the fact that Hurry has an AI capability in-house, you know your data is safe, you know that it's not going anywhere, there's no training model on it, and it just spits out what you needed to say. And it's great because it gives you that reassurance or soundboard to bounce ideas off it, and it gives you really clear, accurate data.
How has Hurry changed the way you access, understand, or share data?
So at Visit Belfast, digital sort of was a mystery, and we didn't really get to show, we only really showed KPIs that are around website visits or social video views. We're able to show a lot more now, and we're able to showcase to our board and our SMT what our platforms are actually doing, who our audiences are, where the efficiencies need to be, and how we need to change. It's also great because it actually then feeds into the wider campaigns. So when we're planning out our media for the campaigns, we're able to see during campaign times through our UTMs which programmatic partners that we're using is actually driving performance, and where we can reinvest media spend from the partners that aren't performing. It is also great because it gives visibility to the team and shows their great work. So when we're able to export it out and then just send a report really quickly, it's great because you can get called last minute to give a couple of insights to the board. So that export feature is really good. So it's really, really changed how visible the digital team are within the organisation.
What results or improvements have you seen since using Hurry?
So since Hurry has been onboarded, with our web in particular, we're able to see where our pages that are dying or are about to lose engagement are going. So we're able to improve that. So we've seen engagement rate spike of around 15 to 17% year on year. And that's solely based on understanding where the trend, we started again. We've messed it up. God, I was doing well there. I was doing well. I know, don't.
I'm gonna stop this anyway because it may just run out of.
Can I actually grab some water?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
What results or improvements have you seen since using Hurry? Any specific examples or metrics that highlight that impact?
So we've seen growth across the board. The first one being with the web. With our new website, it was very important to us to be able to spot trends across pages that were losing engagement. So we've seen a 15% spike in our engagement across our partner pages, and that was all through how we're understanding the user journey and where people are dwelling and how they're clicking and engaging with the website through Hurry, which is great. The big one though was social media. So since we've installed Hurry and how we're looking at our organic media and being able to spot which videos are doing well and how we can then repost and rebuild, we are now the fastest social tourist brand in the UK. So on average, our competitors grow at 3%. We are growing at 23%. And that is just due to being able to see the data there and then. It's also about the creativity, but being able to have the data that backs the creativity has been amazing. It's also been great because we've been able to create dashboards for testing to see which tests are working, so that can be, it's isolated and it's not lost from other data sets. So it's been great. Really think the data visualization from Hurry has been a real changer for us. We've never had something like this before, and we started off in the leisure side. We're now moving it into the corporate realm, and then the B2B realm is our next wave. But it's been great because we've been able to give those insights quicker, and it builds trust with our partners, because a lot of our partners the partnership with them is their marketing budget. So they invest quite heavily in us, and they do deserve and expect a return on their investment. So now we're able to say, well, your partner page is able to build this, and we're able to build it through Hurry really quickly, export it out, give it to them, and then they're able to see that, and then we can make those changes on it. So it's been great for us.
How has Hurry made your job easier or more confident, and would you recommend it to someone, and what would you say?
I have been recommending it to everyone. I was at a SimpleView conference in October, and I was talking about the importance of data hygiene. It's so boring. Data hygiene and having a good partner in your data warehouse. And I expressed that we were using Hurry, and it was a Northern Irish company, which is fantastic because it just puts us as leaders in a lot of ways. But so do recommend it to anyone that will listen to me. But in terms of how it's worked, it's really made my team a lot more confident. It's enabled them to grow. It's really given them the tools that they can be. We'll start again. I had a list of stuff that they were saying yesterday, and I forgot it.
Your team more
Yeah. Go. Yeah. So the team are a lot more confident now, thanks to Hurry. It has really given them the right. I know. Right. So yeah, the team are a lot more confident now that Hurry's come on. They're able to see the return on investment on their work. They're able to say that their video or their content on the web is actually driving performance, and they're able to see when it spikes and when it dips. So I think that's great. I think as marketers, and particularly in digital marketing, data you can't escape from, and you either have to make it your friend and use it to your advantage, or it becomes an enemy very quickly. And I'm a big believer that data is the most important part of our jobs. So the team are a lot more confident. It's really enabled them to make more decisions and have more autonomy, which is great. Because you want your team to grow and develop as they go. And it's given them a lot more pride in their work, I feel.
That's amazing. That was